Sellers rejoice because Amazon has finally actually done something nice for us for once, and it's something I actually am really excited about. Yesterday, Amazon released its new API functions and calls that you are able to pull from, and they have two very important ones that they released with it. And that would be updating and adding search query performance reports and search catalog performance reports. Now, for those that don't know, Search Catalog provides search engagement metrics in the ICAP funnel, your impressions, clicks, cart ads, and purchases, whereas the search query provides overall query performance. If you don't know, and that's a little too technical for you, let me pull you over here. So this is the brand analytics section where you can essentially look at your search analytics for catalog and query performance. This type of data can be summed up over weekly, monthly, quarterly, from a brand view and from a singular ASIN view. What it essentially does for query, for instance, is it gives us data on the actual impressions, so total impressions that we could have potentially had on a specific keyword. So in this case, we have one specific keyword where there was 1,290 impressions. What our ownership of those impressions is, our ownership percentage of those impressions, and then on top of that, it goes down into how many of those impressions turned into clicks and how many of the clicks did we own, what percentage of it. This is a super useful data tool for us and has been something that I rely on a ton. This is what we call our ICAP funnel, essentially trying to get this number and this ownership percentage of impressions to be as large as possible, because the more that we own the total impressions of a keyword, the more we actually have the ability for purchases down the line. As you can see, obviously things get a little bit smaller once we get a little bit further down as far as the numbers go when we started with that initial 1200. This is a super useful tool and has been for quite some time and gives a ton of useful data when it comes to keywords that work for both your brand and for ASIN specific. And now we are able to actually pull that specific data out of Amazon. This is one of the biggest aspects of data that Amazon has essentially kept close to its chest for so long. There are entire softwares that have been built around this. Things such as Helium 10 and Cerebro. The entire purpose of the softwares like those and being relevant is simply because of the fact that Amazon has never truly given people the ability to pull this kind of data away from it. So, this is a huge monumental thing for most sellers out there, and something that I would be looking forward to if I were you. This is going to be a big area that I'm guessing most reporting software out there, including, Jungle Scout, Helium 10, Merchant Spring, all of the giants out there, are probably going to be scrambling right now to get reports created for being able to actually pull this data retroactively and for the future. So absolutely, you should be looking at this from an ICAP perspective, being able to, change how your impressions come through, your clicks come through, and optimizing for each one of those. If you're seeing a lot of impressions on a specific keyword, but not many clicks, you can see now relevancy and if there's any purchases that actually come with that and pull that data for some actual optimization purposes. So, very cool from Amazon to actually do this. This is one of the single times that I will praise Amazon. That being said, a little dog on them just from the aspect that we had to wait so long to actually get something like this from them. So, hopefully Amazon is making a change where they're not caring as much about the idea of how much data they are collecting and not giving to us. And this is going to be a change for the future where Amazon actually says, hey, you can have data and you can use this to your benefit. I think this is a really cool change from them, a really good one in general for us to have. And sellers all over are going to be able to use this really effectively to fine tune their impression share, fine tune their click share, not just from their overall brand perspective, but an ASIN perspective, and being able to actually manipulate that data outside of just, doing an export is going to be really nice for the majority of sellers.